Tinubu has been sidelined completely, suffering silently in APC. Senator Hanga had just said, yes, I've always said it, that Tinubu has really, uh, beaten more than he could chew, and also he has not really watched it. Because I remember vividly that the APC belongs, I don't know, from onset, I would say the pioneers of APC are Yorubas. But as it is, as the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, he has been sidelined, and this is coming from Senator Hanga as also big point. One or two. Yes, in Lagos, pioneer national chairman of the defunct Congress for Progressive Change (CPC) and former chieftain of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Senator Rufai Hanga, on Friday said Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, former Lagos State governor and APC national leader, is suffering silently within the party. Hanga would disclose to Daily Independent that he has resigned in his membership of the party. Also said Tinubu is still standing strong today despite all the humiliation he has suffered in the APC All Progressive Congress because he is a superhuman. He said an ordinary person would have collapsed long ago if faced with the kind of treatment methods of Tinubu in the party. Also speaking on why he dumped the APC All Progressive Congress, Hanga said there is no way the APC will survive an implosion of the coming days with the various cracks and divisions in the party. Wow, this is so very, very appalling. Well, we'll keep on reading. Yes. To continue the Tinubu saga, you don't abandon a house you built, but there are times when you have to abandon it. When you build a house and the house is cracking and you did everything to amend it, but all your efforts are futile. When you see it collapsing on you, what do? Will you wait for it to collapse on you? That's another question. No. Sane person will wait for the house to collapse on him. You will run away. Yes, that is no sane person will stand. That is what I have done by dumping the APC. Yes, the APC has collapsed already. Buhari has jeopardized everything. Forget about Tinubu. Tinubu is just trying to play politics. If he even says, I want to go for presidency come 2023, Yorubas are not even ready to vote in anybody as it is. I stand to be corrected because I believe some people will just say, why did you say so? Yes, they want 2023 to go well. They want Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The agenda of this Fulani, because Tinubu has sold Yorubas to the Fulani, and which has been the saying by Hanga, saying no sane person will wait for the house to collapse on him despite building the house. You will run away. That is what I have done. He said he has dumped APC. He said I walked away from the party because I know the house is collapsing. No, the house is collapsing, or it has collapsed, and I don't want it to collapse on me. All this while, we did our best to mend all the cracks, but unfortunately, I think it is not amendable. Nobody can remedy what is happening in APC now. There are people in the party who gave and have suffered in the party and labored financially even more than me. If they can be suffering like this under APC, then who else is spared? Look at how Asiwaju Tinubu is suffering in APC. Silently, he is completely sidelined just because the man is a superhuman, and that is why he is still standing. If he were an ordinary human being, he would have collapsed. He has really endured a lot. That is why he is overcoming so many things. So, if people like Tinubu can be going through suffering like this, okay, if people like Tinubu could be going, through some suffering despite his role in the formation of APC, who am I? Definitely, because he's just still the national leader. That is why it seems he's strong, and they are still giving him his preference. That is why I would think Tinubu is still strong. When it comes to medical issues, I believe Tinubu is not even strong. But politically, he might still be strong because very, very influential. He still remains the national leader. But as it is, the Fulani has taken over the APC. The APC has collapsed. I could remember when one of the youth leader in Southwest was interviewed on Channel TV. He said, the chairman caretaker planning committee, whatever, May Malabuni, governor of Yobe State, they made him the chairman of the party, while abandoning Oshomole. What he said amazed me. He said they were the pioneer of APC, but as it is, APC South do not even have a weight, because they have hijacked the leadership mantle from them. That is what it is. And that is why I decided to walk away, because with the way things are going, there is no way the party will survive. How many cracks are there now in the party? How many functions are there now? We have about 3 to 4 fractions, and it is next to an impossibility to bring them together. Like what I said, those fractions is or are what is baffling me, because I know their antecedents, or let me say the government of Buhari, through APC that gave him that platform, has been failing rather, and has failed Nigerians woefully. And it's a shame that so-called Buhari, who is once general, and banditry is still the order of the day. Government will just work freely, DSS are there, police will be there, and checkpoints, prison break, nobody will say anything. But when it comes to issue of South, you start seeing them making indigenous people of Biafra, how Yoruba nation, nonsense, hypocritical. Like Mohammed Malami and Buhari himself, because they are just trying to play to the gallery, and also changing the narrative, because that's not speaking well of Nigeria. That one information minister says his name is Lai Mohammed, disputing what the reality is, like telling us that the Lekki Ensas massacre footage was fake. Okay, the question now is, why was the CCTV camera removed? They didn't even switch it off. It's not like it was switched off, it was removed. So at that time there was still light. What do you use to power the billboard? And billboard normally usually run at that Lekki toll gate, it usually run 24 hours. So how come the camera and suddenly the so-called billboard they use for adverts suddenly went off? Immediately those soldiers came, started shooting. So they will tell us it was those soldiers that shot to the billboard, or shot the so-called camera. But puzzle it. Let's see how you feel about what Lai Mohammed has been saying concerning his report, by saying fake news. Well, to continue, says Tinubu deserves every bite of the treatment he is getting from APC right now. Truth is, his misfortune has not started. One thing I know for sure is he can never be president of Nigeria. Wow, this is what this person is saying. Well, definitely everybody is entitled to their opinion. Well, I'm going to draw the curtain. I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless.